One of the things the ACE fellows told us, we got lots of good advice. Hi, Pat. There you are. Okay. One of the things the ACE fellows told us was, you talk about the extraordinary educational experience your students get from the diversity that you have on campus. But it's all anecdotal. You've never studied it systematically. You're academics, you're scholars. Why don't you do some outcomes assessment of diversity on the campus? The whole country needs to know about this. If you're really accomplishing what you say you're accomplishing and you can demonstrate it systematically, this will be an important contribution to the, to the overall debate in this country about diversity and its relationship to academic quality. So we took their advice, and under Mark Winston's leadership, there you are, Mark, we are now undertaking a whole program to do outcomes assessment on the diversity of the campus. We're also under Mark's leadership. It seems like all the exciting initiatives are falling under Mark's leadership. Not all, but many. Another thing we're doing, we're continuing with workshops for faculty, getting faculty together with the premise, if we have all the cultures of the world represented in the classroom, we have this extraordinary diversity, how do you use it? How do we take full educational advantage of what we have in the classroom as instructors? And so that program, which we've done for a couple of years, is going to continue, as I said, under Mark's leadership. In the business school is developing a global MBA, which will be a collaboration with universities in France, Australia, Hong Kong, and our business school right here, and students will exchange and travel to each other's campuses, and that should be very exciting when that gets off the ground. A College of Nursing has started a Veterans Health and Wellness Center, providing mental health services to veterans and their family. Very timely, very, very important. And the College of Nursing also has a new specialization in nursing leadership. This fall, the School of Public Affairs and Administration launched a new specialization in urban environmental sustainability, also something very important and very timely. The School of Criminal Justice, together with the law school, are designing an executive master's / JD in criminal justice for criminal justice professionals. This will make a higher degree available to people working in the criminal justice field. And the two schools are also collaborating on an institute for criminal justice system reform. In the Faculty of Arts and Sciences, there is a new minor in LGBT studies and a new research focus with several faculty in this field as well. Arts and Sciences has also obtained a $1.8 million grant to acquire a state-of-the-art neuroimaging research instrument. And this new brain imaging center will be housed in Edigman, and anyone who wants to have their brain imaged should line up and talk to Phil Yeagle. The law school has established an institute for professional education, which is really reconnecting law alumni with the law school, providing practical skills for lawyers who've been out working, as well as seminars for existing students. And there's lots more I could go into, but these are just a few highlights to give you a sense of the energy and excitement that's going on in all of our schools. There are also a variety of new student life initiatives. One of them has been an outreach to the GLBTQ community in light of the tragedy of the Tyler Clementi's suicide. In fact, we had been doing this even before that had happened. There had been conversations and discussions with GLBTQ student leaders, but these have been greatly accelerated. And Student Life is also undertaking a lot of initiatives involving student mental health and suicide prevention, trying to encourage faculty to refer students who express notions that they're troubled to mental health professionals who can help them, trying to identify students with problems before they become really serious. And again, we had been doing some of that for a number of years after tragic suicide several years ago in our residence hall, and that has been accelerated. We have also much more aggressively reached out to our veteran students, and there are more and more on campus. This is, of course, historically a veterans campus. It's a place where, you know, all through our 100 years, 100-plus years, Rutgers-Newark, after various wars, soldiers would come back, older adults, and come to school at a place like Rutgers-Newark. And so we're continuing and expanding that. We have a new Office of University and Community Partnerships headed by Diane Hill, which is driving our urban mission. And there are several new initiatives to foster volunteer community service by students. This is quite separate, by the way, from community-based learning, sometimes called service learning. Service learning is great, and I'm passionate about it. But the purpose of service learning or community-based learning activities that are part of courses is not to provide general service, it's to learn, because instruction is to learn. But we should also encourage students to be good citizens. And outside of the class, outside of the academic program, we should be, and we are encouraging volunteer service, if you will, for its own sake, not as part of any academic exercise. They'll learn a lot from it, but its purpose would be being a good citizen, doing the right things. So on October 16th, we had something called Make a Difference Day, in which students did a variety of volunteer services around the city. There'll be the Rutgers-Newark Day of Service, which is planned for April 15th, tax day for some reason. And also Alternative Spring Break, in which a group of our students will go to Appalachia and will work with Habitat for Humanity to help build affordable housing for poor people in Appalachia. Now, amidst all of this, there are quite a few developments in the city of Newark, and I can't not talk about those. I'm sure there's no one who hasn't read about the $100 million Zuckerberg gift to the Newark schools. That is certainly giving Newark a lot of publicity, and there's a lot of controversy attached to it. Is it the right thing? Is it is it the mayor's control that came with it? Is that the right or wrong thing? And so on. We are very closely tied to this in the sense that people have come to us and said, we'd like you to participate in X, Y, and Z. And our posture has been, this is not our initiative. We're not going to say this is our program. But we are very happy to do rigorous, objective research or analysis of things if you ask us. And we're hoping that that's the way it will unfold as it moves forward, that they will turn to the university to do high-quality assessment and research on any of the issues that will grow out of this, whether it be assessment of the initiative itself, whether it be research that's needed to understand how you move forward and improve the performance of students in the Newark Public Schools. But stay tuned. We'll be hearing more and more about these school initiatives. Newark is also one of 5 cities that is part of something called the Living Cities Collaborative. This is a coalition of 22 foundations that is going to make up to $15 million available to the city of Newark to address intractable problems of low-income people. And 2 of our centers, the Newark Schools Research Collaborative and the Center on Urban Entrepreneurship and Economic Development, are partners in this initiative, and will play a research role in it.